course. You're welcome. What about predictions, sir?
You go first. You were the one talking first. You got it. What are you taking?
I think I'm gonna go with the Medusa.
Oh, going IG.
Yeah.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah. I'm ready for this one. I'm ready for a big... This was the one that decided the DPC season last year.
And IG came out on top, and then they won the major. So
Yeah.
maybe they're a little bit, relaxed now. Not
We'll
on
see.
top of the A game. We'll see exactly. So we're
Step
excited for
lively
you.
now.
Their
Your
A game
admiral is on
would be
board.
for Aster. Their I game would be for IG.
You guys were so funny today, all of us. But yeah, usually when a team wins like that, they're a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
They're secured for TI. Nothing much to lose. Play to grow, right? Not to win necessarily.
Well, I think technically nobody's secured
Just
a spot
30
yet,
seconds.
but
Not even IG? They didn't won a
I
major.
think points-wise, it's like not confirmed.
I think 1,000 is 100% in.
Is it?
I think 700 is like 90% in already or something.
I don't know. I was looking
Anyway,
I was looking up for it.
Just listen to me because I am not the elder.
Step lively
you're
now.
not.
Your
But I
admiral
am
is
the
on
elder.
board.
Yeah, but I look like it.
Yes, that is true.
All right, so IG might not be as triad as they were before, but Aster definitely will be. Because they came very short in the major. At all what they expected from themselves, I'm sure.
Yeah, when you're not playing with a full team, going to a major, disappointing like that, it's not the best feeling.
All right, Kaka snatching the rune. No Curse of Avernus. Actually, I think they might have killed the lion if he had it. That's, folks, why you don't skill before the rune spawns. Ever. Before you see the lane. Even Lana made that mistake.
We were seeing Abaddon's go like first into Curse of Avernus a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those like spells that you just run down the other support in your lane. Like, I don't know. I like Aphotic Shield, but Curse of Avernus, if you want to play aggressive, especially with like an Ursa, feels like definitely something I'd prefer.
Yeah. I'm actually quite a big fan here of this Kunkka hero against Beastmaster. The boat means that you can't really burst anyone
Right.
with the roar, and Ursa jumping on top. And then you have Dusa also. Like, long fights should be very favorable for IG. The only problem could be that they don't really have a burst jumper for the Beastmaster, so he could cause some problems. I feel like we always say that, though. Beastmaster. Just that hero right now.
And
How do you stop him?
just win.
Just
Win.
win. Just dodge all the axes.
It's
That was
definitely
kind
tough
of you.
predicting against the Beastmaster, because I've been burned already so many times on saying, they could beat the Beastmaster.
So why did you do it?
I trust
No!
IG and I trust Eno. Yeah, right now he's known
Never.
for
the
that
question mark.
Void Spirit play, for the question mark, but Kunkka's one of his top played heroes. So, I trust him on it. And I'm pretty sure he has a significant win rate with that Kunkka as well in pro games.
Yeah. I mean, Kunkka in general, I think, is a little bit underrated. Like, if you get a really good laning phase, which against Beastmaster is not very hard, then you can definitely snowball. You can jungle very fast, push out lanes, gank side lanes very efficiently. And you should probably be ganking the Medusa lane once he reaches over 6. Give her a free game.
Right.
Because when Medusa is really farmed, this game is going to be difficult for IG. Like, even
Fighting
if you have
him, the Stone Gaze is going to be tough.
yeah, exactly. Sorry for that. That's what I wanted to say. Because fighting into that Stone Gaze with a Medusa has like 16k efficient health or something. It's going to be very difficult.
I do think that, like, IG, their presence early can be pretty devastating. Like, come level 6 for most of these heroes, they should be ready to fight.
Someone
They have a lot of
lays
burst damage too.
blame.
They're going to have Lion Finger plus Kunkka boat. A lot of potential for damage. Kaka taking a lot of damage here from the creeps. He might actually be dying here.
And now he's got the Curse of
First blood
Avernus,
is
but
on the
won't be
ground,
attempt, and
and
that's
we're
right
all
next to
looking
the
for more.
Like, he tanked the neutral
Claws are
camp
red
for
with the
about 10
gore of
seconds.
first blood.
Wow, he also
Denied.
getting pretty low.
This is how I help you get
Little
better.
Shredder and an Anchor Smash, just not enough to get that kill. Yeah, Kaka had a position very uncharacteristic of the way we see him play.
Then he also used the Hex. I mean, his TP. Now his TP is on cooldown, no boots on him. This is the very long walk of shame.
And you're hoping JT can kind of just deal with the 2v1 at the moment. X on a white album.
Radiant
Pull
glyph
back
is
into the
now
torrent.
active.
Gonna be
Radiant's middle
enough.
tower
Tidebringer
is
on
under
cooldown for
attack.
another couple seconds, so he doesn't have the damage.
It's tough to kill a Beastmaster as Kunkka until level 6, where your burst damage really comes into play. And yeah, this lane, we have seen it many times, I think, especially in EU. This Tidehunter Snapfire lane, a lot of physical damage coming out. Always very potent. And Phoenix on paper should have a pretty rough game against Ursa as well
Money
as
changes hands.
Snapfire.
Yeah, your
There
supernovas need
is
to
little
be
hope for Radiant's
perfect.
middle tower.
Yeah. If you're just a tiny bit out of position, you're gone. Okay, easy bottle refill for the Kunkka.
that water rune. I'm interested to see, you know, obviously this is the first series for both these teams in the second season. Coming into season 1, a lot of people didn't really have a lot of faith in these two teams to end up where they were at 1 and 2.
There is
So-
little hope for Dire's middle tower.
Coming in, now that the expectations are there, maybe a little bit more pressure from the fans and whatnot and the viewers. Is that something that gets on players' minds, like the expectations of a teams to just kind of repeat performances like that?
It definitely can. Like, we have seen a lot of champions just kind of fizzle out.
Right.
Because there was a lot of pressure they haven't had before. Not only from the fans, but also from the squad, from themselves.
Outlands, Monet in some trouble, Earthshock, God's Rebuke all thrown. JT trying to have the damage.
Close.
Radiant's top tower
Doesn't matter
is
though.
under
Ursa,
attack.
100 health, means he can't farm on the lane at all. Uncontested farm for JT.
Now, JT, usually the anchor of this team for IG. Always securing his farm, big playmaker for him, opening up space for Fly and Emo, who are a lot more showy when it comes to their playmaking. And then, obviously, Kaka just seems to be devastating with that Lion, as really favors that hero.
Triple rotation middle.
They work it over. Snapfire in trouble. Both coming through with the torrent, and they'll get the kill on a Borax. They finally get one on the board for IG.
And pause. Mental warfare? Question mark. I like the rotation a lot. We see it quite commonly, especially with heroes like DK. Once you reach level 6 on heroes like Kunkka, there's so much burst damage. Just one support, and you can pretty much kill whoever comes there. Unfortunately, they got the Snapfire. They were looking for the Beastmaster, but he's currently going to base and regenerating. But they still get a good kill. Bolt cooldown is very low, so you just want to use it off cooldown pretty much every time. Beastmaster, also level 6 now, almost 7. And he's foregoing the Soul Ring actually, going straight into Axe. Usually we see the Soul Ring for the additional health as well as just mana sustain. You can run out of mana really easily without that Soul Ring.
So I think during the major, Emo and was it Emo and Nothing to Say were 1 and 2, or was it? I think it was Emo and Fly were for the rankings during the major, and I'm just looking it up now. Emo's still sitting number 1. Number 2.
What kind of
now is,
rankings are those?
The world leaderboards on Dota.
Oh, you mean the MMR?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now number 2 is actually SCCC.
Yeah. I don't know where he is in this season still. He's not signed by anyone, right?
No, I don't think so. And then Eurus
Dire's
currently has 2
middle
accounts,
tower
one at number
is
3 and
under
one at
attack.
number 5. It's kind of crazy. But Fly's dropped down to 8. You've got Monet at 9. Like, both these teams, and I think IG has like the lowest average of rank for all 5 players. Primal Roar used on the Torrent coming in, on our way to him, but not before Ali gets killed off.
Yeah. The trap has sprung. He activated my trap card.
Dire should look
He was
to
just
their
waiting there
middle
for him for like a
tower.
good 4 seconds. However, he stole the rune, so it's not the worst case scenario. Beast
Boy, that
actually
bounty.
out-leveled the Kunkka because he has so many stacks. Like, Beast didn't lane since level 4.
Look at the stacks he's taking.
Yeah.
Clear way to get that gold, get the Ags as quickly as you
Man.
can. That's efficient right there.
And it just does so much for you. It's crazy. It's gonna be level 8, possibly even close to 9 after the stack.
He throws the axes at the Ancients and then sets himself up for it to come back and hit the creeps that he's attacking at that camp.
Yeah. Just wait until you see the next level plays where you throw the axes on a hero, you blink on top of the hero, you instantly catch him, you throw another pair of axes. There's so much burst damage. Yep. It's gonna be. There's a lot of good stuff you can do with Beastmaster, even though it doesn't seem like
You're
there's a whole lot of
welcome.
room.
And they're going to use the arena up towards top. They've got Works as well. Monet locked in into Spear lands. Ghost Ship comes in. Can they get a kill on a Monet? They're actually just ignoring Borax completely. Emo gets Monet. It's a good gank there from IG.
He's actually going to the Armlet. Armlet Kunkka, something we don't see too often anymore. Usually it's like Spirit Vessel or a quick BKB. Sometimes Radiance if the matchup's good for it. Oh, it's a big stack for Kunkka as well.
He's got a nice stack here.
And of course, Kunkka, you know, if Beast can do it, Kunkka can definitely do it.
Oh, for sure.
Probably even more efficient than Beastmaster, to be honest.
This is something that we've been missing in some of the games that we've been watching. Like, I've noticed that the stacking in some of the games just hasn't been there.
Yeah, I mean, stacking is so good this game. Like, basically 35% of all the gold that you earn, your support gets. It's just a huge amount of money. Fly hasn't been touched yet at all.
Radiant's bottom tower is in danger.
Now, he's got a lot of open space, and he's sitting second on the net worth, only following his own Kunkka.
Kunkka is really far ahead. All was expended.
They're going to go on a whiteout, and they've got the God's Rebuke as well as the spear that hits onto the Abaddon. They'll focus their attention there, but Kaka throws the stun at White Album. So they'll get in the cleave, it'll hit on both. They get the kill on a White Album. They look over at Lineup, who's got the Aphotic Shield popping now and no defense against this lineup. Continue to chase. They have the X. They have the control. They know that they've got this kill on Lineup. It's just a question of who gets it, and it ends up being JT.
Yeah. This is the power of Kunkka when you absolutely free farm. He's going to have his armlet soon. He's going to be hidden like a truck. And all this while, Medusa is completely uncontested.
To know
as we said.
Whereabouts.
And they don't really have a good Medusa counter. Like, Ursa is not that great. Once you have the Skadi, Ursa gets kited very easily. The only way to really deal with him is like 20, 30 stacks of axes, which I don't know how reliable that is.
Yeah, I'm really worried about this Aster lineup. Just fighting into the Medusa just seems so scary, especially they're not touching Fly. And we've gone back to saying that a couple times already. They just haven't done anything to this Medusa.
I think it's not only just him. Like, Kunkka,
he's
top of the net worth.
Oh, yeah.
And then look, even at the Mars, he's super farmed. Same farm as Ursa, pretty much.
This is what made IG the best team, not only in the league, but the major.
Mm-hmm. So now the question is, how broken is Beastmaster? Because we sometimes said, you know, the team is losing. He gets his axe, suddenly just a triple kill right off the bat.
Yeah, seriously. Especially against these support that where it gets dangerous. 5-5 finally getting chased. Mortimer's kiss is used. He'll
too hard.
Expend that Stone Gaze.
Thanks.
And also be given a south, so he's not going to get too far off the lane right now. That's really well done by IG. I think that keeps him from going back and see if they can continue to farm or even take this fight. Land him on the high ground. He's going to be spotted.
And right click. He has ult to work with though. But they're all rotating in.
Do they have the lockdown to get him?
Dyer's
They need
middle
to
tower is
pocket
under
a
attack.
TP to the tier 2 or something, or be around. And he's
It's gonna be a massacre.
the spear heated in the trees, and that's not going to help. Borrowed time. From
You're
half to full
welcome.
Back
to
so
dead.
soon.
Borrowed time only does so much, especially when you're surrounded by these heroes. And they give the kill to Emo off the Tidebringer.
Well, you say give. He's like,
He takes.
I'll take it, guys. You don't mind, right? But you can see that damage output with the armlet plus the 30 damage talent coming in. He was cleaving him for like a good 500.
Kane Rune going boots of travel next. He's very close to the upgrade.
Travels Kunkka, man.
There
He's so
is little hope
filthy
for
rich.
Dyer's middle tower. Dyer's structures are fortified.
IG just wanted to continue to put the pressure on.
Canceling the TP.
Dyer's
And he
middle
didn't use his
tower
arcane rule
is
for that, so
under attack.
both is gonna be on cooldown a little bit longer than it had to be.
Dyer's middle tower is no more.
Tower, Ollie goes down.
Yeah.
Monet gets the kill. There's 3 heroes here, so they're going to try and take this tower. They should succeed.
Radiant structures are
No,
fortified.
but at the same time, IG should just be rotating top and
Dyer
take their
should
safe in
look to
tower
their
in
top
turn,
tower.
which then they up one tower,
The
which gives the
Dyers
Deuce even more space and
on
makes it a
the
little
hunt
bit
for
more
Radiant
clear
Radiant's
sailing
bottom
now.
tower
for the
is under
Ursa.
attack.
White
Radiant's
Album
bottom
narrowly
tower
dodging a
is
gank
no
here
more.
from the line.
JT going into the Yules. They're going to rotate over both supports for Aster. And now make it a
Dyer's
3rd
top
hero.
tower
Mortimer's
is under
Kisses
attack.
and the Arena.
Dyer's tower has been
That'll
killed.
stop
Ravage?
XSS from coming close enough, but it's a Ravage wasted.
He waited a little too long. The spike didn't come out of the floor
Dyer's
fast
top
enough.
tower denied.
And that was the idea. Throw down the Arena, make sure he can't step up on you. And he used the Ravage anyway.
There's a boat coming.
And they've got the Supernova with it, so XXS, he's in trouble. Supernova's not
The
going to
cleave
pop right on
hurts.
top of him, and they'll continue to throw the cleave. They've got the X, they have the control. The question is, do they have the damage to get the kill? XSS is tanky. Kraken Shell procs. They've got the Aphotic Shield as well.
They do have the finger.
Lanham.
He has no ult,
He's
guys.
on
Can
the
kill him.
run, and Aphotic
Dire's
Shield once
courier
again. They're
has
still
been
focusing
killed.
their attention on the XSS. Firefly comes up here. They've also got JT. They'll use the finger. They'll get the kill on the XXS. They'll take out Lanham.
And Emo on the hunt. Oh, he gives up. If he just goes around the corner, Borax is dead. But he's gonna live another day. But he's gonna be stuck there for 20 seconds. Monet still farming. He's going to Fusel first. So he's not going for the scaling build, which would
Dire's
be a
top
Battle Fury. They're
tower
going
is
all in
under
fighting.
attack.
To counter the Dusa, of course.
Yeah.
But this could backfire really hard. You don't win that first team fight on the back of that Diffu. You're not
It's
gonna be
just going to get
stuck.
even harder for you.
Look to their top tower.
You don't really have that farming item. You don't have that way to keep up with the Medusa.
Beastmaster, X completed now though.
That puts a lot on the line for this like first big fight.
It
after
does,
the
it
Fusel.
does. He's 300 away from it, so the timing is going to align quite nicely with the Axe Scepter. But it's not going to be
Radiant
easy
have
by any means.
fortified their
you take a risk
structures
like that?
against attack.
It's tough. Like if you got Battle
They finally got 4x. They finally spotted him.
was he still there? Yeah, he was
No,
cooking
it's a
out.
different spot. Yeah, a little closer to the tier 2, but he was still.
He didn't TP out, he just cookied back out and walked back to the lane. Gets punished right away. Kunkka, 8k net worth. If he gets the Halberd, this Ursa might just be a non-factor, honestly.
Yeah.
He will get a
Welcome
good
back.
TP,
Yeah. And he's not going to get it if he's going to Fusel.
unless he kills a bunch of heroes, yeah. Now Yule's also picked up on Mars. They're just going full kite against the Ursa. Which I'm liking quite a bit, because you just gotta keep your egg and your Medusa alive.
And then this isn't to say that Aster can't get this done. We're just saying there's
It's
a lot
risky.
riding on this first big.
Yeah, but Ursa, now. Walked up as 4. Kaka might get caught out here. Very close to Blink. A death here would be
the
very
smoke.
bad. It's actually fine, I think.
Gosh,
Clear as
Sunray
clean water.
forcing them back. This is a smoke that was used.
They have Ravage,
They
they need to
don't
be
get
careful.
anything.
A big Ravage into Beastmaster could be very strong. They're going into Roche. It's a Roche fight. I don't think IG will give that up for free though.
No,
Dusa?
Emo's right there. He's trying to spot this. There is the Sentry Ward though. Obviously that gets revealed. Primal Roar gets used, but they've got the stun. They have
That's
the
a good
spear on the
angle.
backwards as well as the arena that's going to come through. They've got the damage coming out. They've got the spear that lands onto the Savage. Comes in, but there's the gold shot. White Album who's saved via the Aphotic Shield. They've got the Aegis on a Monet. They'll send these heroes back. Fly still working with a decent chunk of mana as well as the front lining for the rest of his team. Kaka throws out a stun and they got the kill on XSS. Aster only get the Aegis and Emo. Is that enough though?
It was quite good for them. Like, if Kunkka just lives for another cleave, this fight looks very different.
Mine
because
is
Beastmaster
truly
will
a
die.
blessed life.
But I killed him off just in time. Finger wasn't ready either to kill the Beastmaster. Very well done here by Aster, forcing a good objective. Because that Aegis is going to be very important.
Now they can work with this Aegis and try to get something done. Ghost Ship, Emo trying to survive here. Armwood Tog.
Lion, no finger. If he has finger, Beast is dead. Good Yule setup.
Execution
On the Ursa.
style.
They want to take out this Aegis if they can.
They have no response here. If they can kill him multiple times.
Taking a lot of damage though. He needs to be careful.
Well, they can't even kill him once. Nice enrage usage. And now his entire team is
Radiant
coming.
are
We got you,
scanning
man.
for enemies.
I know the game is really reliant now on Ursa kind of having a snowball start.
IG still holding a little bit
Back
of a
to
net worth lead.
port.
Nothing to write home about though. Still very manageable for Aster. And Dusa is actually going Butterfly rather than Skadi. Not a fan.
Why not?
Simply because you're not as survivable and you can't kite the Ursa as efficiently. Kraken Shell doesn't dispel it, Shield doesn't dispel it. Like Skadi would be super potent.
Roar, 5 heroes here.
He gets blown up
Oh, he
instantly.
gets ambushed.
Or as Ursa said, sit upon them. He definitely just made that work.
Radiant should look to their middle
Blink
tower.
Dagger next for the Tide. He's
Dire have fortified
decent
their
chunk
structures
away
against
from it.
attack.
Ravage up in 20. Now Kaka finally picked up his Blink Dagger. We have seen his
Radiant's
magic
middle tower
at the major.
is no more.
See if we can replicate it here.
JT in the trees.
Fly. Be careful. Like, Fly can die super fast against this Ursa with
bottom
this.
tower is under
He's
attack.
not very tanky at all.
So they need to open up more space for him. And they've got the halberd though. So now the fights don't exactly stay
Dire's bottom tower is in danger.
as easy for Aster now.
Yeah.
To get on top of that Medusa.
It depends. Like, if Ursa can get Enrage off before it gets Hellbirded,
Dire
the
should
duration
look
is
to
very
their
short.
bottom tower.
But if he can't, gonna be bad for him.
Radiant should look to their middle tower.
Invading the triangle, Fly getting bullied out again.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Max is forward, leaving the board, trying to get some vision as they move up towards
Radiant's
top.
top tower
Even though
is in danger.
Beastmaster isn't super fast, he does so much damage still. I keep getting surprised by it. I shouldn't be at this point anymore.
Yeah, we've seen these axes so
Radiant
many
structures
times.
are fortified.
And yet every time you're right, they just
Radiant
continue
should
to
look to their
surprise
top
how much they do.
tower.
So they're trying to defend the top tower,
Haste!
which Medusa, of course, is very good at. But they have to be
Radiant's
careful
top
that she doesn't get
tower
bursted.
is under attack.
Got Ravage, so they need to really be careful.
That's a big combo.
Stun on the 2 as well as the arena, as well as the spear. The look over as the ghost ship
should
gets
look
used,
over.
and JT now on the run. Emo pretty far forward. Again, they still have Ravage to use, and they're going to use the Primal Aura. Look how quickly he just dies. Fly has nothing to give. The spear misses. They didn't even use Ravage.
Radiant's
Yeah,
top tower
Titan is
is
just
in
too
danger.
tanky, and Abaddon. I mean, if it wasn't an Abaddon, he would have died.
Radiant's
But
top
of course, his
tower
ult
has
keeps him
fallen.
alive. And Ursa got pushed out of the arena by something.
Dire's bottom tower
Not quite
is
sure what it
in
was. We
danger.
got a recap here.
JT goes up onto the high ground. They've got the ward vision.
I think he rebuked him out before the arena formed.
They're just not doing enough damage.
Yeah, like they can't kill this Titan. He's just basically full health.
Medusa just dies so quickly.
Yeah. This Diffu pickup is really helping him out quite a lot right now. And Zeus just doesn't have space to farm. He was top 1 net worth a while ago, but they've just taken over entire jungle. So he has not been farming well at all the past couple of minutes.
So it was a good start for IG, has been stymied by Aster, and that's exactly what they needed.
Yeah.
Like that, their game hung in the balance on those, and now your reward is basically a good position, I'd say, for the next 10 minutes. Like, it's going to be a while until Medusa feels comfortable enough to keep fighting.
Yeah, it all rides or dies still with those team fights because, as we said, Ursa did not go for scaling items. So
Radiant's bottom
even though
tower
he's
is
ahead
in
right now,
danger.
you give Dusa 5-10
Radiant
minutes of
have
space,
fortified their structures
far ahead.
against attack.
and now
Aegis
Aegis is
expire.
gone. Yeah.
Radiant's
Now this
bottom tower
instant
is
blink
under
hex
attack.
initiation of line becomes a big threat.
Dire's top tower is under
Without that
attack.
Aegis.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Success is a man,
attack.
too. They focus their attention on the tide a little bit, and this doesn't die.
Wait, Kunka's actually being in here all by himself.
Dire's
Nobody
top
else
tower
around.
is
What?
under attack.
He didn't act for himself
Tower
either.
has fallen.
Double
And Ghost Ship. Everybody here now for the side of Aster.
I'm not sure what that was about.
Killing
I'm giving a question mark.
I doubt your kin
He
will
just
meet
TP'd
for
by
you.
himself. Nobody else came. And then now they're on the high ground.
Then now they have to TP.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You don't want to buy back. If you're emo, that gives up your game.
Yeah. But Dusa is still, of course, one of the best high ground defenders, so can't really do too much here. Aster's goal is just control the map until the next Roche, get the shard on the Ursa, Aegis cheese, and that's the goal time for them. But that play put, you know, IG in a similar position because they could have traded the top tower otherwise. But this way they lost bot tower, lost the Kunkka, and didn't get a top tower. Very interesting. Like if everybody TP'd, you know, I'd be like, okay, see what happens. Maybe Emo is feeling himself a little bit too much.
Or maybe too relaxed.
Yeah, you know, we spoke about it. You know, you win a major, you're king of the world.
I wouldn't mind to see
Radiant
if
are
IG do get this
scanning
Aegis
for enemies.
cheese and Shard. If Shard goes on the Medusa, get that cold-blooded.
Yeah, it's really good against that lineup. Gush would trigger it, Coil would trigger it, Raw would trigger it. And Butterfly completed on Dusa. He's still not very survivable though. Like he needs that one more item. He's actually going pure damage. He's not even going Skadi.
Going Daedalus next.
I'm not sure why, because Skadi is considered like the hardest counter to Ursa. Like even Tidehunter Abaddon, it's a perfect item against them. Well, maybe they think they don't need to survive, he just needs to deal damage. Which I can see, because this Tidehunter's just running in, causing so many problems with his presence.
He's got a halberd, so it's gonna be difficult for Medusa.
Certainly. Like one of the main damage leaders in these fights is going to have to be the Phoenix. The Sunray will deal a lot of damage if they can't deal with it in time.
Trying to smoke and wrap around here.
Good evasion over IG.
Find them.
This is the Gorg spot. They said they can't find us.
None on this stage shrink
That's
from
a problem.
fight.
They're trying to lay down the vision. They've got the disarm. Medusa's by himself. Fly,
Not so safe harbor, eh?
They're
They've
going
got
to
the ghost ship going on Alana, but he pops the borrowed time. Now the jump in with the Hex being used on Monet. They've got the control as well as the Earth Spike. The damage from Fly is going to be enough. XSS moving forward. He does have that Ravage. Now, they're where the tier 2 used to stand. Finger used on Monet, but it doesn't do enough. It's not deterring Aster from just running in. The axes get thrown to Kaka, and eventually, Kaka just dies. They've got the Primal Roar. They can follow this up with a Ravage. XSS continuing to hold it. He gets turned to stone. He never throws the Ravage.
Not really any good opportunity there, and Kaka, very uncharacteristic. He just throws out a random finger on a pretty much full target, full HP target.
Surprised. I mean, XSS was right on them.
Ravage probably wouldn't have really yielded.
You don't
too
think
much.
so?
Nah, because he has Saint Jasha on Dusa, the additional movement speed from the old. Like, you don't want to be in a position where you force your teammates into a bad fight.
Okay.
And now there's still the fear of the Ravage, right?
True.
They lost nothing.
Omnipresence is presence.
That is right. And now the finger is on cooldown for a good 2 minutes still.
I will rip you
He doesn't know why he
apart.
should know that. Oh, he should just be able to TP out.
Roche up in 30.
Yep.
And they have Ravage now for that fight.
Yep. Kaka has definitely not been able to replicate anything close to his major performance.
Not
In this
yet.
game, at least.
Still though, even in terms of net worth.
He's going MKB on the Medusa now.
Medusa's caught up though.
Sure. Which we expected. Like, Ursa
Yeah.
just can't farm with this item build. They're doing a good job still, being ahead. It's just Dusa is going to be the king of this game at some point. Like, you need to be more ahead. You need to get this next Roshan. And it's spawned right now. There's the Ravage. It's going to be a tough fight for Radiant.
Ravage and Roar.
Radiant's top
There's
tower
no way they
is
can give it
under
away, but they're
attack.
going to give it away.
They're gonna look over and try to get XSS, but again, he just walks away. They've got the Ags. They make their way over to the pit in time. It doesn't look like it. Now that's Ags, or Aegis Shard.
Immortality!
And Cheese.
And everything goes to the Ursa.
Yeah, he's got the Ags Shard.
Right, Cheese going to the Tidehunter. If you couldn't kill him before, now you're definitely not touching.
That makes Ursa pretty hard to kill. XSS has been such a thorn in their side. They haven't been able to kill the Tidehunter at all.
I gotta be honest, I'm very surprised they gave this Roche up for free. Oh, Kunka.
Primal Roar gets used.
Water Park.
Torrent Storm coming in. Emo though, it doesn't land.
None
All
of
it
them hit.
hits is Rhyme, and he pops the borrowed time. Emo beats the axes. Immediately popped by White Album. He's running through all the way towards Emo and just gets the kill. Like, the Torrent Storm did nothing.
Yeah. That's an ability. Like, it can't just be like that. Sometimes it hits you like 5 times, sometimes 0. And I think like, Beastmaster unloaded 800 mana worth of axes on him. It dealt so much damage at the end.
Did 5,000
Middle
worth of
tower
damage
is under
with it.
attack.
I mean, that's a good return.
Yeah. Power of Beastmaster. I think it has been quite a while since we saw Ethereal. Like, that's silly, right?
Yeah. It really...
Running with the pack.
Yep.
Radiant are scanning
Trying
for
to break
enemies.
it down here for IG. They just don't
Radiant's top tower is under
seem like
attack.
they're on it this game. And oh, Fly might be in trouble.
No Beastmaster though. It's quite low on mana. He'll have to regen up first.
Also, Kunka wants his shard, so he's gonna go get Tidal Wave.
Yeah, you basically go full water pack build, and he's gonna go refresher after, and then like Shivas or Hex. And once these BKBs run really low, or they're out of BKB in the team fight, it's really efficient. It just, will they get there? Question.
Headband found for Aster.
So now the problem is that nobody really feels comfortable standing in the front line because Dusa didn't go for the Skadi item build. Like he went for the pure damage approach. It's a little bit problematic here for IG.
Going MKB, he had that Daedalus queued up earlier.
Yeah, I feel though, as if Kunkka goes Halberd BKB, you know, he can just frontline for the team, would be easier to play. Or if Skadi, Medusa. Oh, 80 Torrent AoE talent now picked up on the Kunkka. He ate the Tome for that. Torrent Storm becoming a little bit more scary.
Oh, Fly again ahead of the rest of the team. Monet moving forward with the BKB being popped. They've got the disarm on a Fly. They're chasing. They get him out of mana. They'll send in the boat.
Now that
early
was a
BKB,
failed
committed.
boat. Yes, X marks the
BKB,
spot.
but going back in, looking with the diffuser. They've got the arena in a good spot. Supernova, this is looking pretty decent. J2 though, he's already dead. One of his business is under the Evo as well as Fly. They need to be careful. All they got so far is Lanham. Monet going forward. The Ravage on a four. That's gonna be. Oh my God, Kaka's already calling the game. It's ridiculous. Kaka and Evo, they go down. Fly gone, and once the Ravage was landed, he called it.
Yeah, they didn't even die or
He didn't even
anything.
need to die.
He's like, all right, I'm done. Done with this game.
Oh my God. That was sure. Yeah, that was the timing.
Yep, good itemization by Aster all around. They definitely came to play. Whereas IG, they still look a little bit asleep.
Yeah, they are in that time where you got to be to work at like 9, but you wake up at 8:45ish, 8:35ish, and you
Still
gotta
brushing your
wake up.
teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're trying to get through the routine. You're